Welcome to the top 5 sports callers of the week. Number 5.
Dave from Baltimore joined Norris and Davis on 105.7 The Fan in Baltimore to give his thoughts on the Orioles, blaming their poor offseason on Dan Duquette.
I think really this Dan Duquette thing with him thinking he's going to Toronto, I mean, that had a big, I'm not going to say the guy doesn't have any character and he wasn't doing his job, but I equate it like this, guys. If I work at McDonald's as the assistant general manager, Burger King is offering me the general manager spot. I have this great idea for a new burger. Why would I give it to McDonald's when I know I'm going to the competition right around the corner, or I'm expecting to go? So I don't think he put all his effort into making Baltimore, which was 4 games away from the World Series, this juggernaut team that we could have been if he knew he was going to our direct competition. Now, if he was going to somewhere like Cincinnati or, a National League team, I don't think it would have had that much of an impact. But when his success in Toronto is going to be measured against how he does against the American League East, why would he make us, that we were 4 games away, why would he make us that much stronger if he know he has to contend with us?
Number 4.
Gary from Mahopac hopped on with Mark Malusis on WFAN in New York to discuss his frustrations with Mets pitchers Jonathan Neese and Bobby Parnell.
Frustration with me, with Neese, and with Parnell is both these guys came up the same year in 2008. They have that loser's mentality. Neese, say what you want about Neese. I know that if he pitches a good game against...
How do you know what the mentality is of Parnell and Neese?
How do you know, Moose? I know another guy said it before.
What, because of results?
If Flores misplays a ball with Neese, the guy blows up. He's not mentally tough. Harvey,
that was the storyline the first 2 months of the year. That's not the storyline now.
You have to pick your teammates up.
And he did.
He doesn't. Neese
and he did for basically a month and a half. He did.
He folds like a cheap suit, Neese. He's got no inner fortitude, Moose. If you watch the game,
based on what? When the Mets were losing?
Based on what he does is when the team starts making some errors behind.
What about as I said, the stretch from July 6th to August 15th, where he had 8 starts and 7 of them were quality starts? Were you complaining then?
What about Moose?
Were you complaining then?
Moose, what about since 2008?
The Mets stunk. The Mets were terrible. They were a bad baseball team.
Yeah, because of guys like me.
Oh, come on.
Number 3.
Dion from Akron joined Kylie and Carmen on 92.3 The Fan in Cleveland with his thoughts on how he would act on a date with MMA champion Ronda Rousey.
First and foremost, you got to do it like this. I was in the Marines.
All right.
So I know he going to have his uniform on. His uniform going to be nice and
there
crisp.
You go. There
that
you
he
go.
Got on.
All right.
That right there is number 1.
Right.
Number 2, he got to get in the gym right now.
You got to get what?
Working. He got to get in the gym. He got to pump the weights. He got to get the ass working. He got to work on his conditioning.
All right.
He got to look nice and physique. Okay?
All right. Okay.
Now, number 3 is you kind of like let her lead the way a little bit, as far as, see if she want to have a couple of drinks.
Right.
You sit back and just listen to her conversation. Now, the way she is, she might just come out and just be like, it is what it is at the end of the night.
What I don't understand the reference. It is what it is.
Oh, she might try to put a hose on it beforehand. She might try to, throw cold water on the situation. Dion, yeah, I get that.
Either she gonna be down with it or she's not.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
So
would you try that?
What's that?
The excuse me while I this out. Would you do that?
No, she might.
Never really thought about it, to be honest.
All kinds of crazy stuff like that, man. But if he get a kiss, the kiss will tell you everything.
Number 2.
Dan from Baltimore called in to Norris and Davis on 105.7 The Fan in Baltimore to weigh in on Ravens coach John Harbaugh's treatment of sideline reporter Brent Harris.
I just wanted to address that whole thing with Brent Harris, too. First of all, let me say this. I like John Harbaugh as a coach. I really do. But secondly, that stink eye he was giving Brent when he was walking away, you know what I mean? These people are all calling up going, oh, they don't care and this or that. I know 1,000 guys I grew up with who would have punched him right in the friggin' face for that friggin' look.
Number 1.
The top spot goes to Mike from Buckhead, Georgia, who called in to the Rick and Jamie show on 92.9 The Game in Atlanta to comment on the Falcons, and he was, well, a little sarcastic.
I think Matt Bosher did a great job holding the snap on that field goal. That was pretty nice.
Uh-oh.
When the rain came down, that training, the equipment managers, they did an outstanding job making sure everything stayed dry. I think we'll be the best team in a rain situation. What do you guys think about that?
I think Mark needs to hit the
job,
sarcasm
Mike. That's
alert
Mike.
sounder.
It's Mike.
No, I mean when Mark. Yeah, yes. But Mike.
It was
Mike,
positive,
I sense
I'm
a
with
little.
you, Mike.
Mike, I sense a little sarcasm in there.
No, I have no idea what you're talking about. One other thing, I think that there was actually an invention that was coined on Saturday. It's a new type of turnstile. I think it'll revolutionize the amusement park industry, and Marta may be able to pick up on it. Just thinking, we put all the Falcon offensive linemen at the entrance to all these parks. They've got personality. They can also be security at the same time.
Wow.
And of course, let everybody in the park in.
Tune in every week to hear the wildest callers and the wittiest banter as CBS Local Sports brings you the top 5 sports callers of the week.